when God is rerouting us, even when life is rerouting us and we are thrown curveballs, that God is in our corner and we are going to get through the other side, and we're going to make it through to the other side, that our plans will still succeed when we commit them to the Lord. So to not be afraid to, yes, don't be afraid to adjust the plan. That brings us to tool number 2. Tool number two is not to get hung up on dates. Like missing a day might be a setback. Something might happen where you miss a day with a goal that you're trying to achieve. Let's say something as simple as going on a diet, and on Wednesday you happen to get really stressed out and you run to this habit that you have of overeating when we're stressed. So instead of portioning out your ice cream, you end up eating the whole tub. Don't feel bad. I think a lot of us have been there before. But does that mean that for the rest of the week, I forego all of my plans to eat healthy for the rest of the week because this one day I happen to miss the tasks necessary to achieve my goal, or I happen to miss my healthcare routine one day, so I just forego the rest of the week. No, let your one slip up be your one slip up, where sometimes we find ourselves falling back into a pattern of sin. I know this is something that one of my Bible study partners is constantly reminding me of, that our journey as we go through this life here on earth is a process, that sanctification is a process. So because of our sin nature, we're gonna have times when we slip up. Because we're human, we are not going to be perfect. And to allow yourself that grace to not be perfect, but at the same time to not punish yourself by continuing down this path of down a path of destruction, so to speak, right? Even if it's not going to kill you to keep having ice cream every week because you have one day where you've lost self-control, or you've decided to not have self-control, doesn't mean that we need to continue to punish ourselves by engaging in the activity. Let that be the mess up for that day and then move on. Or even if we're talking about sex outside of marriage, okay, I had sex outside of marriage and I know that that's not something God approves of. That's not something that God approves of. But since this is something that I did once, why not just keep doing it? Because we block our blessings. Because we block our progress when we do that.